Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are in the world. Hope you're having a wonderful day. It's a Monday morning. Hope you survived the weekend with no problems. If you're watching this on my Facebook page, please like my page. If you're watching it on YouTube, please like and subscribe. It really helps out my channel. Let's see what the cards have in store for us today. Okay, so looking at the cards, first thing is we have two major arcanas here, 2 out of the 3 cards. So what that's telling us is that the reading for today is going to involve forces that are not under our control, that are spiritual forces. You can think of this as karma or fate or the will of the divine or any of those type of things, but they're spiritual forces that are acting in our lives that we're not in control of. So the first card is the Devil, and everyone thinks the Devil's a bad card, and it can be, but any of the cards can be. What the Devil talks about is blockages, specifically negative blocks, and a lot of times dealing with things of a physical nature. The two people are chained up, so sometimes you're seen as slaves to your emotional desires or your material desires. You're being controlled by those material desires. Now, it can also be self-doubt, because not so much in this card, but in some of the more traditional older cards, the chains were very loose around the neck and they could be lifted off by themselves. In this one, their arms are not bound and they can remove the chain or the collars from around their necks. So yes, there's a chain or an enslavement to a material desire or a lower desire, but it's also something that you have control over if you choose to take it. And you may have this doubt that you can be in control of it or that you can do anything about it, but that's not the case. You are in control of it if you choose to be and you choose to take those actions. Incidentally, on a side note, in the major arcana there are 4 archangels that are depicted, and this one is Uriel, the archangel that's typically associated with the element of earth and the material world and things like that. He's depicted as a devil because a lot of times you'll see him as the material forces and the lower desires, but also through that he's holding down the torch. He's trying to show the light as well. It's just our perception that focuses on the material things and chains ourselves up. So don't give into that self-doubt. Don't give into those lower things. Now, like I said, it doesn't have to be a bad card. It could be letting you know that this is what's happening to you right now. Or it could be just a warning not to do that. Then next we have the 4 of Wands. And 4s are all about stability and order, structure. They could be setting boundaries. And this is with your desires. Wands represents desires, inspirations, the desire to create and do things. So maybe you need to start setting some boundaries with your desires to avoid this type of situation where you become obsessed with or lose control of your desires and you fall slave to them. So setting those boundaries can be a very healthy thing. And these 2 cards can really work together to help avoid that entrapment in those lower desires and that material nature. Remember, these are spiritual forces that are acting out on you today. So you have this, and even the material things A lot of people don't realize this, but even the material world is a spiritual thing. It's the spiritual manifestation, or the manifestation of the spiritual world on a physical level. When we lose sight of that, when we lose track of that, then we start to have problems. So setting these boundaries and controlling your desires, controlling your inspiration, and actually focusing your inspiration on a goal is a good way to not be controlled and to maintain control of yourself as you go forward through this. Now, we also have the moon, and sometimes the moon is considered another negative thing, but it's not necessarily. It can be hidden things or the unknown, but it can also be mysterious things that were hidden from you that are being revealed or going to be revealed. By mysterious paths and mysterious things, we're talking about things that you don't know or understand as of yet. Or maybe concepts that you haven't been introduced to, new things like that. So, looking at this entire reading in as one statement, I would say that you need to have order and stability to your desires, your inspirations. All these inspirations that are coming on to you are good, but don't become a slave to them where your inspiration can dictate your life. Take that inspiration, set the boundaries for it, organize it, structure it, and use it to grow so that you can understand things that are hidden from you at this time and see new opportunities, new inspirations, and new possibilities that open up to you as you apply these inspirations that you already have and put them to work for you. So that's what the cards are telling us today. Hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please like my page, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also follow my blog. Links for all of my social media are on my About page on Facebook and in the description below on YouTube. If you'd like to book a reading with me, they do start off at $5. You can contact me through Facebook, through YouTube, through my email address at lodgemagician@gmail.com. Or you can go to my webpage or my Facebook business page and book a reading through there. Thank you and have a wonderful day.